Sorry about that. I was live a second ago, but the Wi-Fi went down. Well, I wasn't even on Wi-Fi. I was on data, and I had full signal. So I don't know why that happened, but that happened. So yeah. Obviously, there's no one on it yet, but this will be staying on there. We've got a thumbs up, but no viewer. That makes sense. Oh, and now we got a viewer. Hello, viewer. How are you? Who are we? Oh, it's just Rob. Yeah, I did try going live a second ago. But yeah, for some reason my data weren't working properly. It was really weird. Now we're going to share. Okay, mate. Hello, second viewer. How are we? Got my watch tonight because I kept asking people what the time was because I couldn't see. So got the watch there. Hello, everyone joining. Let us know who we are. Hello. Hello, seeing and wondering. How are we doing? Don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Much appreciated. How are you? Refresh the laptop so I can put it on there so I can reply to comments while Rob's not in here. All good, thanks. Good. Robbie's here now. Tuesday Night Live. Just setting up on the album with you. Careful. Even though it's an advert, I'm sure we'll still get done for copyright. Hello, how are we? Hi, just been putting another item on eBay. Oh, really? If I don't, we'll check it out. Got my hair back, so you can see my horrible, horrible hair. I see really, really laggy on there, but really coming through quite clear. I'm just going to try and put you on my data and see how my entry cards seem to be quite popular. Oh, okay. That's better. That's better. Yeah, it wasn't you, CNL. That was my end, unfortunately. It was really strange. I started a live stream a minute dot on 9 o'clock, and it just for some reason it just stopped working from the Wi-Fi side of things. But I wasn't even on Wi-Fi; I was on data, so didn't really make sense. If we're in here, can you drop us a thumbs up? You don't know how much that means to us. It really does help our channel grow. Helps us get noticed, so other people that are just scrolling through YouTube do see that we're live. So thank you. It's ours too. Oh, okay. Shared to a couple of places. We'll share some more shortly. Okie dokie, Rob. 4 people in there straight away. Wow. Improvement from last night. Hello to everyone that's joined that hasn't said hello. Let us know who we are. More people joining and going. I'm presuming that one that's just gone is probably Rob. But how are we all? How's your day been? Guessing it's been pretty boring like everyone else's. That's just probably a silly question. Oh, just putting the watch somewhere so I can see the time. Whack that there. Boring. Oh, yeah. What can you do though? I mean, I've been playing darts miserably today. I was awful. Hello, Kelly. How are you? Yeah, I was awful at darts today. Pretty good. Looking after the ducks, some gardening, no photography today. You got ducks? Or is that you going to a lake and looking after the ducks there? Look out the window at the cars going past. Yeah, that's all you can do, really. 2. All good. How are you? I'm wonderful, Kelly. How are you? I've just asked that, so I don't know why I'm asking that again. They live in the garden. Oh, okay. Darts will be better than working. No, I think I'd actually prefer to be at work, to be honest. I work in a pub, so I see darts, but I don't have to play it. No, it was a really bad day for me today. It weren't a successful few games I had today, so I'm not really going to talk about it. I'm wearing my darts top not because I was playing darts. I weren't wearing this earlier. It's simply because it's really hot in my house, so and the heating is off. I can't open windows and stuff because the cat will try to escape. It's just strange like that. Ask some questions. Drop your questions. What is the cat called? Carol. It's actually Carol. I'll go get her. I'll show you her. You're gonna be famous again, cat. Here she is. It's Caramel, but we call her Carol. That's her nickname. You can tell she's just been asleep, can't you? Because all her fur's all sticking out. You've been sleepies. Tortoiseshell, adorable. Yeah, I know. She found me. Bless her. She was only a kitten, and yeah, she found us. Hello, everyone that's joining. Thank you for coming in. Really appreciate it. If you haven't already, hit that like button. We really appreciate it when you do that. Helps us grow. Oh, that Wi-Fi is really bad, isn't it? That actually could be on there as well. That Wi-Fi connected to that isn't great. So let us know if the Wi-Fi is okay. I'm not sure if that's that laptop or me. Seven people in, and we're not even 10 minutes down, so that's good. So where did you not see what we were? Hello, Laura. How are you? Where did everyone see we were going to be going live tonight? Was it Bell, Twitter, Facebook? It's laggy. I don't know why. I really don't know why, because it's on the data, so it shouldn't be laggy. What was the first amusement park you went to? Pleasurewood Hills was the first one. I went there when I was about 8. Actually, no. I think I went to Drayton Manor when I was like 2, 3, something like that, when I was really into Thomas Tank Engine. But the one that I can remember was Pleasurewood Hills. I'm guessing yours might have been Camelot, maybe? Blackpool? That is really strange. Can't quite understand that. Blackpool. I love Blackpool. I think I went to Blackpool for the first time in... Hello, Charmin. I think I went to Blackpool last year. I think it was the first time. Was it last year, Rob, or was it the year before? 1985. Cool, that's got to be kind of the time where Big Dipper first came out, isn't it? And the big one and the old coasters. Yeah, last year. You went. You only went a couple of months before me, though, didn't you? You went in February, didn't you? Yours was Chesington, Rob. Kelly, wasn't yours like? Was it Pleasurewood Hills or Great Yarmouth or something like that? Thank you to everyone that's liked. Hello, Lamia. How are you? Internet's rubbish time. Yeah, I don't understand it though, because my data, so it shouldn't be. 1985 was free entry, Enterprise Ranger Funhouse time, 3 years before Avalanche arrived. Sorry, we're switching to laptop. That's okay. I really can't understand how my Wi-Fi. So you always share amazing videos. Love your channel. Thank you. That means a lot to us to know that you like it. At least means that we're doing something that entertains people. That makes us feel. Hits us right in the heart box. That does. I think all mobile data is not good, to be honest. Yeah, it's better than the Wi-Fi. Better than the house data. House Wi-Fi. I mean, I had it on the house Wi-Fi and it was completely buffering on there. I'll put it back on, but I don't think it would be any better. The child. Okay. I've turned it off now, Rob. I was just playing Roller Coaster Tycoon. Still a great game. I've only played the mobile phone version. But I get bored of games on my phone quite quickly. So I know for a fact if I was to buy, I can't think what it's called. The BT box across the road. One off this morning. I spoke to them, man. There's something went wrong. It's the 300 houses. Yeah, ours have been like it for the last 20 years. Best one was Themeparks on Sega Mega Drive. What's the one? What's it called? What's Planet Coaster? That's it. That laptop would be way too slow for it. It can't even run It can't even run anything. It struggles to run Facebook. So I couldn't have that on there. But Planet Coaster is coming onto the PlayStation soon, so I would definitely be purchasing that the moment it comes out. For definite. It is great on PC. It was the first one that authentically recreated theme parks. I got Planet Coaster, great for designing coasters. Mine struggles to run, but it's on it's on PS4 and 2 months. Yeah, all Let's ears have just picked up. What? I don't really understand that one. Ooh, Lee's ears have just picked up. Oh, okay. I didn't really read that properly. Yeah, check Planet Coaster. It just looks amazing. I'm a real big like RMC nerd. Like I love them. I absolutely love the look of them. So that is the only. I think I'd just constantly make RMCs over and over and over again, and I think I'd make Cedar Point. I think that'll be my first big project to make Cedar Point. Then Fort Park. I think that'd be a different one. Alton Towers. I think would be too big, so I probably wouldn't make Alton Towers. I've watched quite a few Planet Coaster ones. Theme Park Realm. Hello, how are you doing? Thought I'd drop by again. Thank you. Means a lot to us. Anyone that drops in means a hell of a lot. Does the PS4 have a mouse? Think it works best with the mouse rather than the control pad. Look forward to see the point. Hi, Mikkel. You'd make M&Ds, Rob. That is such a you thing to say. Can you get a mouse for it? I didn't know that. I don't know how it's going to work. Honestly, don't. All I know is I don't care how much it is. Don't care what about anything. It'll be purchased, and I'll be streaming it like every day. Call of Duty, FIFA, Bez out the window. It'll just be Planet Coaster all day, every day. Have they released a date for that yet, Rob? I did try have a look the other day. Yeah, you can buy a keyboard and mouse on PS4. I didn't know that. Yeah, I did try have a look to see if they've got a release date, but it's still just saying the summer of 2020. June, July last I see. So I'm actually gonna have a look now. Let's have a look and see if there's a release date. Probably isn't, but we're gonna have a look. Planet Coaster was first come out on 17th of November 2016. Great YouTuber. Thank you ever so much, Mikhail. It means a lot. It really don't. It really does. I mean, it just is coming summer 2020. Let your imagination run wild with the future of coaster park simulation games. Probably not. I think they should release it early. So do I. Is Teresa on here? I didn't see Teresa coming. Hello, Teresa. How are you? Have you let the girls do your makeup yet for the video? No, it's still not. It's still not got a release date, unfortunately. But as soon as we know, we'll let you know. Planet Coaster is very good. I wrote to the designers requesting that they incorporate Schwarzkopf coasters. A couple of months later, after speaking to other gamers, they put in Schwarzkopf coasters. Schwarzkopf coasters are great. I'd really love to have got a nightmare. Haha, or let them cut your hair. Haha, that'll be a no. I think Rob should do Tara's, but Tara's not too impressed with that idea. But to answer your question, Rob, I don't know if I'd have the patience, but I'll give it a really good go. I'll give it a really good go to try and build Cedar Point. Just imagine looking at that skyline over the lake. Topfield Dragster, Steel Vengeance. Oh, it just looks so good. Millennium Force. That is obviously my bucket list park as well to go to. So if you didn't know already, it's hard to build one ride. Yeah, I know, but I think I'd just go straight in, smack on Steel Vengeance, and then I think Top Wheel Dragster would be easy because it is literally just straight up, top hat, down, back. I want to go to Tato Park. I know you said last night. That's on our list, isn't it, Rob? Portland's Fantasy Island. I need to go see the point again. You've been? Oh, now I'm jealous. We went to Knott's Berry Farm last year. That was brilliant. Yeah, I've heard that is quite good. I can't believe you've been to see the point. Jealous. I'll say every night till I go. Long time ago, 1985. Oh, they mustn't have had half the coasters they got there. What coaster did they have there? A park out of the UK will be fantastic. Oh yeah, I know. I just can't wait to go on our European road trip. I think my bucket list park for Europe has to be Phantasialand. Go in Klugheim and ride Taron. Oh, Taron looks amazing. I was watching Coaster Crazy's top 10 video earlier, and believe it or not, there's so many rides in his top 10 that are in. I think majority of his rides in the top 10 are from Europe. Raptor was new. That's a good the one I want to go on there as well. Magnum, Mean Street, Gemini, Blue Street, and the Swingo. Was it? Oh, what was the ride? Was it Gemini? Was it Blue Street? What was the one that was just converted into Hi Marshall? What's the one that's just recently been converted into Steel Vengeance? I can't remember. The racing coaster was Gemini. Mean Streak. I couldn't think of what it was. I knew it was one of the Woodies. I'm so jealous you've been to see the point. That's obviously like the very top of my bucket list for parks. There's loads up there. Kings Island, Six Flags Great Adventure, Phantasialand, Toverland in Holland. That's another one to ride. Troy, like Phoenix, I think it's called, the wing coaster. I know Rob would love that. I know on Europa Park and Liseberg in Sweden. That's another real bucket list park as well. I can't wait to ride Helix. It was awesome park back then. Sure, it's better now. Have you been to Liseberg? I was literally just saying that before I saw it. No, we've never been to a park outside the UK. But that Liseberg is up there. There'll be quite a few that we go to next year. No, Rob, we're not going to Chernobyl. We've got too many theme parks to go to before we even consider Chernobyl. Yeah, at least there's loads that we're going to be considering going to next season, and Liseberg is up there as one of the top. We'll definitely be doing a Holland road trip. That will probably be the first one because obviously just over the water from us where we live, we just get the ferry over to Holland and we'll go from the Hook of Holland. I want to go to Liseberg. The Schwarzkopf mine train is one of the best in the world. I need to go on it. I take it you're a Schwarzkopf enthusiast then. They have theme parks over there. Where's that, Rob? What, in Chernobyl? Yes, I am. Yeah, I did think. I mean, I think I'm trying to think of the Schwarzkopfs that I've been on. Munchen Lupin, that's a great one. The Traveller. I think that's the only Schwarzkopf I've been on, to be honest. I think maybe some of the smaller travelling rides may have been Schwarzkopf, I think. But obviously I never got to ride Nightmare or anything like that. So I'd love to be able to experience more Schwarzkopfs. But there ain't many about now, is there? Nightmare Replica in that country as well. A lot of Schwarzkopf coasters have been demolished. Yeah, but that's the thing. The Schwarzkopf aren't a manufacturer anymore, are they? So, and they're so old, it's just going to be one of those that they're not going to be around anymore, unfortunately. They are going to start getting demolished because of how old they are. Pleasurewood Hills coasters are. Ah, Cannonball Express. That's Schwarzkopf, isn't it? Lee just said he loved Coney Island too, even though it's a small park. Cyclone Wood Coaster that's there is one of the Belmont stop from Belmont Stockport. Cyclone, is that GCI? Is that a GCI coaster or is that an RMC? I can't think. Could be CCI or Intamin. I can't think what it is. I think it might be GCI. If it's the one I'm thinking of, Coney Park. Yeah, Coney Island. I think it's a GCI, isn't it? I might be way off, but I think it's a GCI. Cyclone. Anton Schwarzkopf died many years ago. Oh, okay. I'm trying to think. I'm not sure. I'll Google it. I've got the laptop. I can Google things. Coney Island Cyclone. I'm not sure about Cyclone. Cyclone is an old coaster, I think, or am I thinking a different one? So there's one that's called Wicked Cyclone, which is an RMC. So that might be the one I'm thinking of. But Coney Island Cyclone is a wooden roller coaster designed by Vernon Keenan. Yes, you're right, Rob. It was opened to the public in 1927. So yeah, it is an old one. Hello, Dr. Gosh. How are we? How are you? I can't find his full-on manufacturer, but the designer was Vernon Keenan. But there is a ride called Wicked Cyclone, which is an RMC. I know its close relative was the Lost Boys film Santa Cruz Beach Broadway. Very old coaster. He dragged his dad on it with him. Hello, yeah, wouldn't be RMC, but there is ride called Wicked Cyclone. It's RMC. Fine, you. I'm going to share more videos. I'm waiting. We've got a video coming out tomorrow. I think about was it 11 o'clock? We said, Rob, we're going to be We're going to be releasing it. So, what's everyone's best roller coaster they've been on? Mine's Icon. But that's a video we'll be doing soon as well. That's also in the pipeline, our top 10. We have one tomorrow at 11 a.m. Yeah, that's when our next video is on, Dr. Gosh. Thanks for the likes, guys. Really appreciate it. I wish Customs coasters still existed. They made awesome wooden coasters. The last few by them in Europe and like Megaphobia. We've been on Megaphobia. That is in my top 4. You have to wait to see where that goes. The answer like Megaphobia, Torrens, Zeus, Gulliver's, Oakwood, Park Asterix. I want to go past that Park Asterix as well. Chubby by Bunny. What do you mean by that, Teresa? Megaphobia is a great ride. Back row is amazing. Definitely one of the best. That's definitely up there as one of my favourite roller coasters I've ever done. I'm gonna sip my drink. I agree. She wants us to do that challenge. She wants you to that. I'm not doing it. It's like so 2006, mate. So Lee's is Saw or Hulk in Universe Carolina is incredible coaster. I've never seen a POV of those. So shall we buy any next challenge? There it is. Hello, Sean. How are you? What is it? What is what, Laura? The Chubby Bunny. I think it's where you put marshmallows in your house and say Chubby Bunny and go boom, boom, or something like that. Saw it in Fort Park. That's a good ride. Yeah, yeah, I think it's Teresi. I'll let you explain that in the comments. I think it's where you have it all marshmallows in and go Chubby Bunny and then or something like, I don't know. You're so strange. I've got to say it, that is very strange. Do you want me to open the hatch again for you? Really, Sean? The hatch has been opened. That's the one time it's been opened today. That's it. No, that's enough. I told you, one time thing. One time thing. Hello, Danielle. How are you? Saw gave me a sore shoulder and neck. Yeah, we got a story about that. Rob had a bad neck, and I joked around with him. We were at Fort Park. I said, no. Made a joke. I said to Rob, Saw will fix it, and he come off it and he went, Saw actually has fixed it. So if you have a bad neck or a bad back, go on, Saw. Go on. We all want to see it. It's not happening, mate. It's not happening. Not happening. I still haven't done it. Once our Merlin pass has arrived, Lee is dragging me on it, I think. You've got to go on it. It's a great experience. It is great. It stood as my number one roller coaster for quite a while, until it got displaced by quite a few others. That indoor section is unbelievably good. That's probably my favourite part of the ride is the indoor section. Same. Holds a couple of secret bits if you've never seen a POV. Yeah, it definitely does. All I have is a veranda, no serving hatch to open. What do you mean by that? I did the walk of shame out the queue about 5 or 6 years ago. Our balcony. I've never done the walk of shame. I don't think I've ever done the walk of shame. Have you, Rob? Have you ever done the walk of shame? Because I don't think I ever have. Danielle has, lol. Yes, Rush. Does anyone have a favourite souvenir from a ride, i.e., head restraint, etc.? No, we went to a auction, the Drayton Manor auction, just before they had the floods, and hello, Marshall. And we never bought anything from there. But some things I wish we did. But no, it's a dark shirt. Yeah, I wish we did, but it was so expensive. Like a lot of the big YouTubers, like were bidding big money for some of the stuff that there was no way we could compete with. Head for £10. Yeah, it was like literally there was a head for £10, and they just went. And there was just stuff like a sign was going for like 250 quid. It was like, why? What are you going to do with that sign for 250 quid? Or a cannon that went for £400, and you think, what's that cannon actually going to do? None of that talk on here, please. Wow, yeah, it was so stressful. I've just got what you were saying there. Yeah, it was really stressful because like we were sat there at the back, like we can't bid for anything. Like we haven't got that kind of money that we can actually bid for things, and then you've got. I get what you meant, and you got like some really big YouTubers, and they're like just straight up put a £400 bid on. You think what? Yeah, I know. I wish we could, but it's just so extraordinarily expensive. What about you? What have you got? What? Where was that offer out of interest? There weren't an offer, mate. It weren't an offer. What have you got? Asking for a friend. Yeah, no, there's no offer there. Well, I've got this really active tonight. Keep asking. I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying this. We've got the live stream really active. I'm going to buy a book off Lancaster News. Are you? What are you going to buy? Mostly related to Camelot, signs, wheels, lap bars, ×2 from Nightmare. I mean, we saw when we went to Camelot last time, we saw the trains. They were still there, and I wanted to. I'd buy one of them. I think I'd buy a Nightmare train just to have in the garden so I can sit there and stare at it. I'm gonna guess and say it's about Camelot, Rob, because you're obsessed. Can we have a barbecue in your garden? I really want to be passed things through that pine effect hatch. No. Ding ding, we ever hear that? I'm obsessed with Fort Park. I never would have guessed that, Danielle. They are lovely trains. I think they will be sold to the park that has the same coaster in Europe. Or I could just buy them and have them in my garden and just go sit there and just pretend I'm on a roller coaster again. That's what I'd do. I'd just sit there and make my own roller coaster. She's really obsessed. Imagine living with her. Oh, are you two related, are you, Sean? We have original tickets from the carousel in Bryant Park in LA from when we went to see it. The carousel that Walt came up with the idea of Disney. Oh, that's interesting. Just don't pull the lap down while sitting in the seat. Yeah, I know. I'd get stuck. £400 for a cannon. That is just crazy. I know it was. That's not nice, is it? Tom Brady is going to move to Tampa Bay, American football team. I don't know if that interests anyone. It's because I'm in a wheelchair. What do you mean by that? Is she rejected because of that? That's not nice. What's everyone's worst case? Oh my god. There's a few to choose from. There is a few to choose from. But for me, I think I'm going to have to say Hero. Big Dipper coming in a very short second. I'm joking. Yeah, I know you was, mate. Well, I think you was anyway. Hero, yeah. Hero and then Big Dipper coming in very close to second on that. Because, Hero is horrid and boring. I prefer celebrations. What about roses? You can't leave roses out. Never had to run on the coaster to get on it. It was so strange. I think Theme Park Expedition done a video on those. I think it was in Theme Park Expedition done a video on those types of flying coasters, and it was really strange. Hero isn't the only one of those. Imagine passing the tub through that hatch obsession. He's obsessed with that hatch, isn't he? Do you know what? Tomorrow's live actually going to put a blanket over that so you can't see that hatch. I'm going to nail into it and put a blanket up so you can't see it. Because I'm nice like that. Anyway, if you haven't already, smash that like button. I know we've got 9 people in here and 9 likes. Wildcat was very rough at Frontier City in Oklahoma. Wooden Coaster, saw at Thought Parks, Goodrick at Park Actress. Oh, you've got quite a few you don't like them. If you do, I'll unsubscribe and I'm like, okay, I can't do that then. What's everyone's flat ride? Maelstrom at Drayton Manor. That's it. There are others, but they were just very rough. See, I like rough coasters because I'm a big guy. I like to feel a roller coaster. What's with the hatch though? It's just a serving hatch that's been used once. All right, the hatch stays. It just got used once, and yeah, it's just got used not once, and that's it. It's lovely. This is strange. Have you never seen one before, or is it just because you like the wood, or I don't know what it is you like about it? Not many houses have hatches. It's cool. This is like a 60-year-old house, to be fair. Show everyone the doors. Here are the doors to the hatch. I might open it again. My nan used Mohave A7. My nan used to have a 7 hatch. What's wrong with detonator? I hate it too, to be fair. I hate drop towers. Used to have a 7 hatch. That's what I thought you meant. Used to have? Did she just get rid of it? The people have spoken. Open them. I'll open one side. I don't know why you want to see it so much, but there is got some glasses and then through there more glasses and a window. So I've got like the wine glasses here. It's my fave. Rush is worse. Oh, what? Detonator is your favourite flat row? Go round the other side and burst through them in a scare maze style. That's not going to happen. My worst ride is Tower of Terror. Lee loves it. Not sure you would class that. It's Tower of Terror, the drop tower at Portaventura. That's it. I'm going. Okay, see you later, mate. I'm not doing that. I've got my sister's upstairs. Disney, haha. I've been to Disneyland once, right, when I was like 6. I think. Yeah, I was 6. I've got too many glasses in the way. I'm not doing that. I like stealth. I think stealth at Thought Butts could be much better if it reaches 80 miles per hour, then stops after the drop. That would be just boom, stop. That would be very painful. Very, very painful. But I see what you mean. Stealth could be better. I think if it went further at 80 miles per hour, I think slows down then stops. Yeah, I think stealth could be better if it just like went on a little bit longer. Stealth backwards would be great. Absolutely great. Let's start a hashtag on Twitter. Hashtag stealth backwards and get Thought Park to do it. Apparently Swamp used to it did. It used to have 2 seats at the back either side of the wings that used to be backwards. I never got to experience it, unfortunately. Which is a shame because I'd love to. Because I like backwards coasters. That's why I like 13. Revolution's good because it goes backwards. I think if a roller coaster goes backwards, it gives the ride character. So let's get that hashtag started. Hashtag stealth backwards. Wipeout, yeah, that's another one. I like Wipeout. I love Vekoma Boomerangs because they go backwards. I just like backwards rides. I did Shockwave backwards by turning round before someone complained to Drayton Manor and RCCGB. We're not allowed to do that after 94. Oh, Shockwave's very uncomfortable. Yeah, the old Ben 10. I can't think what it's called now. I done Shockwave like 6 times when we went. I enjoyed it. I don't think Rob enjoyed it so much. It was a bit painful. But yeah, other than that, it was quite good. It's green, all I remember. Yeah, that's about it. I know it was a boomerang type of thing. But I've got a question for all you guys. I want to hear your top 3 coasters in the comments. I'm too short for Shockwaves. Yeah, you are quite small. Yeah, I want to hear your top 3 coasters in the comments, and I'll react to them. Rob, you can't say that. Does anyone like Apocalypse at Drayton Manor? It was an awesome ride for me. No, hated it. We done the stand-up, lean forward version, and I hated every second of it. I dragged Rob on it because it needed to be done for the video purposes, and I don't think Rob will ever go on a drop tower again. The Swarm, Megaphobia, and the big one. Good shout, good shout. I can't really remember my whole top 10, so I'm gonna have to sit down and rework it out because it was on my old phone. I had it all worked out. My top 20. I had every roller coaster I've been on every single roller coaster I've been on. Kinder card, drop tab, not gonna happen. I wouldn't do it if you paid me. For video purposes or not, you couldn't pay me to go on it. Actually, you probably could, just a lot of money. Yeah, I had every single roller coaster I've been on. My top 10, my top 20 bucket list coasters, my bucket list parks, every theme park I've been to, all gone. When I got rid of that phone, I never thought to exchange it over. I'll prop cry though. Top 3 coasters: Steel, Incredible Hulk, Mon2, and Nemesis. See, I've heard Mon2's great. I mean, I like being in inverts, but I think there are better rides out there. But I want to go on Black Mamba, Mon2. They're bucket list coasters. Wood, Tonnerre de Zeus, Megaphobia. Not really got a third. Okay. Lee's Saw, Thought Park, Hulk Universe, and Hang Time. Knott's Berry Farm. That's solid. I won't tell you I like Looping Star coasters. So I don't get what you mean by Looping Stars. Who make them again? Do you mean like Munch and Lupin? Because that was Schwarzkopf, I believe. For me, Montu is a huge version of Nemesis with Egyptian theme. My YouTube channel has coverage of it. I'll definitely go over and check that out. But what do you mean by Looping Star coasters? I'm just going to find out what you mean by Looping Star coaster. What, you like those little ones? Oh, I like the one at Southport, but bigger. They've got some actually quite big ones on here, Rob, you'd like. Pinfari. I don't mind Pinfari, they're a bit aggressive. Yeah, Southport Pleasureland's got a Looping Star, yeah, also otherwise known as roller coaster. It's quite handy having this here. Pinfari Looping Star coasters, yeah. We went on one at Oakwood, didn't we, Rob? That was very painful, but I think that was probably my favourite one that I've done because it was rough. God, I admit, I do like the odd go on Ultimate, even though it nearly killed you. It's made you a moderator, Cheshire and Lancashire News. can I put the link to Busch Gardens on here? Pinfire and the Gauntlet at Camelot, which had a fatal accident. Yeah, I've made you moderator so you can put links in. Everyone's favourite dark ride. Hex for definite. I love Hex. That is a world-class ride. Absolutely world-class. I've been on many different dark rides, but Hex is just something different. It's exceptional. That Hex is up there. It's not just my greatest dark ride. It's one of my favourite ride experiences of all time. Superb theme and story. Yeah, we've got to go find the. Thank you for the 10th viewer. Really appreciate that. Let us know who you are. Yeah, I want to go see the tree. I want to go see the tree because apparently that is actually real. Don't know how true it is. Me. About me. What do you mean by that? Oh. I see a video on a tree once. Did you? Was it a nice looking tree? What kind of tree was it? Was it silver birch? Was it oak tree? What kind of tree was it? Hello.
Hello.
You said let us know who you are. Okay. Thank you for rejoining. It was a pine tree. Oh wow. Pine tree. In my house as well. Wow. That's really impressive. What's your thoughts on roller coasters using VR headsets? I've never actually been on a roller coaster with a headset. I've been on roller coaster rides and attractions in Darren Brown's Ghost Train, but I never experienced Galactica with the headsets. I clicked a link and went to my YouTube video, just checking it was working. Yeah, I'll check out that later. VR is overrated. It makes me feel a little bit ill, but I like Darren Brown's Ghost Train when it's fully working. So VR attractions, I like it. Very. Gives me a headache. It makes me more feel, when you just get a headache that makes you feel sick at the same time. That's how I feel. Didn't they get rid of the VR app from Air Galactica? Yeah, they did. Which I think a lot of people were grateful for. I just don't see the point. In my opinion, I don't think a VR headset should be on a roller coaster. It's not a roller coaster. Is a roller coaster, not a VR headset. I heard Stealth was getting VR. Joking. A lot of people thought that before they now it's Black Mirror, didn't they? A lot of people thought it was going to be Stealth with VR. You off again?
Yeah.
See you later. Yeah, I will. See you later.
What?
I said see you later.
See you later.
Surely if Stealth had VR, it couldn't go as fast. I just think it'd be a pointless system, really. I think it'd completely ruin the ride. It would completely ruin the ride. It would ruin the ride experience because I'm glad it wasn't because you couldn't. It wasn't. Could you imagine if it wouldn't put longer, put in VR and then the ride's so white would take it. But one of the most intimidating ride experiences I've ever had was when the first time I ever done Stealth front row, and you just look down the track. You wouldn't get that experience. I think Galactica should go. In my opinion, it's the worst B&M coaster. Crystal Wings at Happy Valley, Beijing is how a flying coaster should be. I'll check that POV out. But no, I like Galactica. I think it's quite good. So I'd have to disagree on that one because I quite enjoy it. I just can't imagine it with VR. Stealth front row is insane. I think me and Rob would never do Stealth unless it's front row or back row. I can't remember the last time we done it middle row. I find Galactica quite boring. I suppose it depends on where you sit, really. I reckon front row is quite good. I've never done it front row, but I reckon that's quite good. I don't find it boring, but bit of an ugly track, isn't it? Though, blue and big, and I'm all for the frills. So, question for everyone. Oh, I like Express. It stinks. Question for everyone. I'm going to put it in here, and I want to get this going. Go on, give us your thoughts on that. It needs to be 140 feet off the ground to give the feeling of flying. It does not fit in with the Nemesis theme. Yeah, I see your point. Very futuristic for that area. I do see what you're saying. I have to agree with Rob and Danielle. Hello, King of the Hills. How are you? Now, I must admit, in my opinion, Inferno is that I find Nemesis quite boring. Yeah, I found that the first when I went on Nemesis, I was well excited to go on it because of the hype that everyone gives Nemesis, and when I went on it, I was just left disappointed. So yeah, so that's why. And Nemesis Inferno, when I wasn't really into roller coasters, Nemesis Inferno was my number one because it was one that I could do and enjoyed. But then when I went and done other roller coasters, I realised it isn't number one quality. But no, Nemesis for me is too tame. It's not the world's most intense ride experience, in my opinion. Nemesis Inferno was my first coaster. I think it was my second major coaster. My first roller coaster was Cannonball Express at Pleasurewood Hills. Where's Elliot gone? How are you, Elliot? Are you missing work? Because you'd be open now, wouldn't you? Nemesis' best bit is that waterfall. Yeah, the scenery for Nemesis is sensational. Don't get me wrong. I'm all for theming, but yeah, no, I still Inferno for me. On a hot summer's day, you can't beat that mist coming out of the volcano. The front seat on Nemesis is awesome, especially at the end of the day and at night, and without shoes on as the train heads towards the queue line. I don't. Rob, have we ever done it front row? I've definitely done it back row. I done back right seat, which is apparently the best seat on the best themed roller coaster what that I've done, or in the world. In the world, it's got to be Taron without a shadow of a doubt. But the ones that I've done, Wicker Man. We need to go, guys. Both up super early. Nice chatting with you. We'll be back soon. Thank you for stopping by. Really appreciate it. I've done it, Mrs. Front. I can't think if I've done it. Got to be Smiler. That's I've done. I think Wicker Man is probably my or Raptor Attack at Lightwell Valley is good as well. That's a very good theme ride. Nemesis Inferno, they're all good theming rides. Saw is up there. That's a great themed ride as well. Smiler front seat is awesome. I've done Smiler front row. Still think the bull bars should be removed. I just think it'd be better with lap bars. That's what I think. In my opinion, I think lap bars would be great. Okay, most wettest ride, can't say Tidal Wave. No. Valhalla. Coaster Crazies. I was watching his video earlier from Blackwell Pleasure Beach, and he thinks that it needs to be less wet. And I agree. I think I don't know. I just don't think you need to be that wet on a ride like a Valhalla. Tidal Wave, Soak, they're drenched at Oakwood. Those type of water rides you do, but Valhalla you don't need to be that wet. It's more for the theming, in my opinion. Those bull bars cause serious injuries. When it had the accident, there is no need for them. I can't actually comment on that because I don't know what a bull bars are. So I'm going to Google it. I know I've been on Smiler, so I should know. Sorry, we did it 12 times in a row, yeah. It's the black things in front of your legs and smiler. Oh yeah, yeah. That is quite dangerous. Mental. Does Saw have ball bars? They folded back into the front seat riders. I'm trying to think what you mean. I kind of get it, but are they on all Gerstlauer Infinity coasters? Ah, I see what you mean. Yeah, that's dangerous. There is actually a picture on Google of the trains after where your feet are in front of them are black bars. Yeah. Yeah, I see what you mean. I'm pretty sure Saw has those to answer your question, Danielle. I'm pretty sure Saw does. I tell you what, it's the best thing having this here. Yeah, it does. It does have those. Oh, we've lost a lot of viewers. Oh, it's starting to come back. They do. They fire bang. Them heaters do not work. I wasted like £30 in there. No, they don't. You did. Where your feet are. Yeah. I see what you mean. And Saw does have them. Yeah, I do. I see what you mean. They are quite dangerous. When it collided, they crushed back into the legs of the riders. Why health and safety allowed it to reopen? With those still is a question not answered. Yeah, I've just seen the photos of the bars after the smaller crash, and it's not pleasant viewing. Proper came back in, didn't it? I can see why that girl lost her legs. Questions. Ask me questions. Best themed park for me. Drayton Manor's got good themed sections. Blackpool's Nickelodeon Land's quite good. Yes, I still like Smiler though. Which park would you most like to go to? My top bucket list park is Cedar Point. So that's my world bucket list. European bucket list is Phantasialand. But then you've got other parks, Europa Park, Toverland, Wallaby Holland, Efteling. Trying to think of some other ones. Liseberg, Sweden. What roller coaster do you think Thorpe needs to remove? Walking Dead. Do you mean like major roller coaster or just any roller coaster? Because any roller coaster would definitely have to be The Walking Dead. Major. Without a shadow of a doubt, it'd have to be Colossus, wouldn't it? I think. It would have to be Colossus. I think it's the oldest one there, and it's getting rough in its old age. As much as I like it, because it's getting rough, but and plus half the time I can't get on it. Sometimes I can, sometimes I can't. Walking Dead, yeah, I agree with you on that one, Danielle. Walking Dead should go, even though Flamingo have a copy. Well, none of us have experienced that though. No one's experienced it yet. Why not? I think Colossus still takes up too much space, and Colossus theme park realm, the rides should not collide in the first place, and we can sure that will never happen again. Yeah, that won't happen again. Colossus, if you think the space that's there, you could put something spectacular in there. All Towers ride removal. For me, Rita. The extra layers of protection they have now are 100% solid. Did you like my comment about the jungle music by I'm a Score, Hello, Coaster Davy. I might not have seen that. Rob probably is the one that's seen it. Portland's park theme is in another level. We've never been, but that was part of it. That was the plan to go to. That was one of the first theme parks this year. That is what they thought about the big one. That collided twice. I didn't realise the big one had collided. We was going to go Portland's this year on the Nemi testing video, mate. That was probably Rob or me. Oh, might have been me. I'll go have a look. Because actually, I think it was me. I think. Sorry, I didn't mean to. Did I ignore you? I didn't mean to if I did. Did you like my comment about it? I'll go have a look. Nemi testing. Yeah, I remember the videos. I last fought part one. Brita should be removed. Yeah, it's definitely the worst ride there. Oh my god, the subscriptions. I'm logged into theme park days. Everyone's favourite flat ride, Maelstrom at Drayton Manor. For me. Nemi testing. I found the video. Now let's look at concrete, because without it I couldn't get to a theme park. Joke. Axis Adventure Island. What do you mean concrete road? I think I get what you mean. Oh yeah, I see what you mean. See what you mean, Coaster Davy. Yeah, I couldn't really work out what, I feel I remember rightly, I couldn't really work out what the actual music was, which is why I was a bit like probably gassed up about it. Who's gonna go Portland's this year? Walk or drive? If you look on Thought Park app, it's showing the queue times. Yeah, I have seen that on social medias. What do you mean by that, Cheshire and Lancashire? If the smaller breaks down now, even though it did break down towards the end of the last season, didn't it? Going to be restarted. Someone has physically walk around the layout and press buttons at the same time. Already, I'm off for a bit. How long are you going to be on for? Probably about 11, half 11ish. Will be off. Same time as last night. Whatever. It depends when my mum gets home from work. Before it can be restarted. No change of anything happening again. No chance. That is good to hear from background. Yeah, I reckon about 11, half 11, Daniel. As soon as mum gets home from work, I'll jump off. Rob, could you share this again for us, mate? Be back in a second. Okay, Cheshire. Who is left in here? Who is still here? When do you think Fort will open again? I'm not sure, to be honest. I'm hoping it will be... Hi, Jensen. How are you? I'm hoping it will be soon, but I don't think it will. In my honest opinion, I think it will be open late July, September, August time. Anywhere between end of July and early September, in my opinion, I think it will be open again. That's my opinion. I think next year. I'm saying September. It all depends, but like my job, work in a pub, and that they're not going to be open until December. So, and there's obviously a lot of restaurants and drinking places in Thought Park. So maybe it's my 18th year as a pass holder. Wow, that's I'm going. That's real commitment. I'm hoping you're wrong, Daniel, in a way, because obviously I want to be back there soon. Theme parks, they'll use social distancing. Yeah, but they can't enforce it. Colossus was my first ride. I actually know. You know when you're looking at Colossus, I'll see if I can get it up. talking about Colossus. The guy, the sign on the front that says Colossus. I'm trying to find it. Oh, I can't see it quickly, but you know the sign at the front. So when you go into the queue line, that bit that goes like that arches over, and it says Colossus there. I know the person that made that and installed it there. My first thought what saw mine was Stealth. Hello, Themeparks channel. Thank you for the follow. Yeah, I know. Maybe it's down to people to keep 2 minutes apart. Yeah, but Rob, I think you've got to be able to enforce it. The Themeparks channel UK. Hi, I follow you on Twitter. Hello, Themeparks channel. How are you? Appreciate you coming over. If you haven't already, smash that like button. It really helps us. Good. Ask me more questions, guys. Anything. Theme parks will be different when the parks opening. Yeah, I think a lot of people, with every right to be, I mean, even I will be, a lot of people will be scared. I think when the theme parks open, it's going to be naturally really quiet anyway. As much as we all want to get back, we will see they're testing a vaccine from Thursday. Yeah, I did see that. I think a lot of people, even when they are open, are going to be too scared to go back. So as much as us theme park enthusiasts are going to be wanting to get back there as soon as possible, a lot of people are going to be too scared to go back. So the people that are going to go there, it's going to be very quiet. I work on McDonald's, mate. When do you reckon you're back open? Because I need a Big Mac. Yeah, I think people are going to be scared to go, so it's going to be very quiet. So that will allow, and I think social distancing people naturally will do it themselves. If all goes well, hopefully sooner than later. 3 months, is that what they're saying? So what's that? May, June, July. Everything's opening back in the summer where it's going to be really busy. I think they should do something different there. Here at the moment, it's a shame because thank you for the like. I'd really like a Big Mac. What's the special sauce? I'd love to know so I can just have it. A company that worked closely with Merlin have made a social distancing app. Oh, okay. Unsure how it works though. Parks will open longer, I bet. Look it up. Could be like virtual queues or something. Probably like a distancing thing that you set to 2 meters and you stand that far away from someone, I'm guessing. I'll probably take a tape measure or something. No, I'm only joking. I shouldn't joke about it, but they done that for the shops. What do you mean by that? Hello, Pineapple Fox 50. How are you? Virtual queues. Oh, okay. My first at Alton Towers was Nemesis. Mine was Wicker Man. That's my first ride at Alton Towers. Because I only started 2018, I think it was. I went. Or 2018. Actually, no, it was the start of last year. It was last year because obviously I'd only been going to theme parks from 2017 properly. And then I'm good, thank you. Yeah, I started going to proper theme parks was 2017, and then we went smashed out Fort Park 2018, and 2019 we started going to other parks. I went 2019, like Walking Dead Gun Game. We had a ticket to go at a certain time. Yeah, could do that. My first ride was Nemesis in 2002. 2002. I was only 2 years old. So, question, what was everyone's first ever roller coaster they went on? Mine was Cannonball Express at Pleasurewood Hills. Big or small, just your first ever roller coaster. Vampire Ride. Vampire Ride. Rattlesnake, Pleasurewood Hills. I hate this word. Millennium Millennium at Fantasy Island. Vampire Ride, never was on one. Have you never been on a roller coaster? 1995. I wasn't born. I think I was 8 years old when I went on my first roller coaster. I was 13. Lol. Yeah, I think I was 8, 7 or 8, something like that, when I went to Pleasurable Hills. I was too scared to go on Wipeout. Little did I know, like 12 years later, I was going to be a massive nerd. Never was in a theme park or in another country, See, now you've found us, Pineapple Fox. Your life will never be boring again, because we've got loads of videos that will entertain you. Pleasurewood Hills is an hour and a half from where I live. Oh, where do you live? Because we're 2 hours away. We're Essex, so you can't be too far from us, or you Suffolk way. I was 7 when I went on my first roller coaster. Wow. Norfolk. Oh, okay. You're not a Norwich fan, are you? Because I'm an Ipswich fan. We can have some blood here. Oh, good. That's all right. Man U. No, Liam doesn't love Norwich. He really doesn't. I'll go get my coat and sit on my Ipswich coat if I have to prove the fact that I'm a massive Ipswich fan. I've never been to one, so I can't answer that. Paul fan here, yeah, liver. Norwich gone downhill. Yeah, I know, that's a shame, isn't it? What was everyone's first theme park out of their living country? Like, I've never been on one. Actually, I have. My first one was Megaphobia, I believe. Thorpe Park, Fantasy Island. These ones, I mean, outside of where you live. So if you live in the UK, Wales, Scotland, anywhere in Europe, America, or something like that. What was your first park abroad or outside of England? Phantasialand in 2007. I'm dying to go there. Get on Taron. I think that's my number 2 bucket list coaster, I believe, after Steel Vengeance. Maverick as well. I just want to go on a. Actually, no, yeah, Teresa, that's mine as well. Disneyland Paris was my first theme park I went to outside the UK in 2006, I think. But I never went on any rides there. Black Mamba is so good. Yeah, I can't wait to experience it. We're definitely going to be going there next year. I haven't been out of England, sadly. Yeah, other than Disneyland Paris, which I can't really remember, neither have I. Well, I have. I've been to Wales and Scotland. I went to a water park. Does that count? No, Rob. No. Black Mamba was new when we went on it. Okay. I mean, I think what was their newest 3-hour queues? Wow. What was it? We waited 3 hours for Saw, wasn't it, Rob? I think we waited 4 hours, 3 hours for Saw once. 3.5 hours, something like that. Megaphobia then. Yeah. About the same for me, Rob. I think, yeah, that definitely was my first roller coaster outside England, was Megaphobia. What is the most people have ridden a coaster in one day? I think we've done Swarm about 10 times in one day. We've done Stealth numerous times in one day. I waited 3 for Saw and opened in 2009, never got on it, breakdown. That was why we waited for 3 hours, because it was just constant breakdowns. Oh, shut up, Rob. Yeah, 16 times or something like that for Stealth. We've been on that lots and lots of times. I am 10 and went on Smiler on my own. Wow. Yeah, oh yeah, in a row, yeah. Didn't get off. It was that quiet. There was 110 people on the park that day. That was it, 110 people. I had 61 rides Inferno on one day at Ministry of Sound in 2015. Wow. Did you have fast track all day or something? So you get 61 rides on it. I'm presuming that was a 10 till 10. So if you were at 12 hours, so that's like a lot of rides, no queues. Yeah, but did they let you stay on? Or did you have to keep going around to the queue line? Because I remember when we've done Nemesis straight after each other, we had to go around. I did Nemesis 27 times in the first 3 hours of opening about 4 years ago. 37 in that day in the total. They had a single rider back then. Yeah, when I've done Smile a couple of times on single ride, that was good. Colossus hurts my head. Yeah, that hurts everyone's, mate. We stayed on. Colossus needs lap bars. Yes, it does. Definitely, I agree with you on that one. 100%. Do you remember the day? We was first inside Fort Path hour before them? Yes, I remember that. The toilet doors were open, weren't they, downstairs in the dome? We went through and we waited outside Nemesis for half an hour for it to open. We never got questioned. How great shout it for! You wouldn't even need to shout it for a year, to be honest. I don't think when they're doing their when they take the ride apart in the winter, you just got to do it then. I suppose. To be fair, I mean they take off all the restraints and stuff anyway, so they can install it then. I'm sure. I think if they were to shut it for the year, they wouldn't open. In my opinion, I don't think they'd open it again. So, here's another question. If one coaster was to go, yeah, refurbishments never get opened again. So they'd need to do it all in while they have it shut down for close season. If one ride, one ride in particular got shut, what ride would make you the saddest because you never got to ride it again because it was shut? If that makes sense. So if one ride shut down, what would be the worst ride for that to happen to for you? If you get what I mean. Flying fish. You'd cry, wouldn't you? Nemesis Inferno. One would be Icon. I'd cry if Icon got shut down. That's my number one. But other than that, Megaphobia. No, it's not, Rob. Megaphobia. I'd cry if that went. Unfortunately, I can't see that having many more years because how old it is. Wipeout. Elliot, you love it, didn't you? Hero. I'd throw a party if Hero left. I went on Flying Fish and someone got kicked off the ride for filming with their mobile phones. We've seen people on Rush that happened to as well. We actually knew one of the operators and they had to stop. What would you do? What would you do if Rita went? Well, if Rita went, not a lot really. I wouldn't be upset, to be honest. Rush is amazing. I love Rush. Quantum nearly killed us. Yeah, it did. Not Quantum. Zodiac. Zodiac nearly killed us. I felt scared when we were on Zodiac and that happened. I was generally scared. Rush accident in 2008. Was there an accident in 2008? Didn't know that. Another thing I'm going to Google. Oh, a piece of metal fell off the ride. Yeah, I heard about that, yeah. Well, right, so what happened on Zodiac was me and Rob were on there. And it was going around. And it was probably the fastest we've ever felt. Fastest it's ever felt. And Yeah, I know. I'll watch it later, baby. Um, yeah, well, we were on. It was flying. It was going around as fast as we'd ever experienced it to be going, and we just felt this. We felt and heard this almighty bang. We don't know what it was. We still don't know what it was to this day. But we were going around it, and it hit. All I can describe it as is it hit the supports. Because it was R1, it hit the support, and I think, in all honesty, I think it was because of the size. Me and Rob, because we were both in the same gondola. I think that's what it was that did hit the supports because it got shut down straight after, and it smelt burn. I have a Smiler themed room. Oh, that's cool. I'd like to do my room in a theme to roller coasters. That'd be cool. It smelt like all the motors had burnt out. It was scary. I thought when that bang happened, I thought that was it. I can't lie. I thought that was it. I thought me and Rob were gonna. I was scared. Like that, you don't experience that every day on a ride, and for that to happen, when it hadn't long, yeah, we was filming. I think it is on there, isn't it, Rob? On one of our channels, on one of our videos. I think it is the Zodiac POV we done. And you don't you hear it, but you don't really hear it and feel it as much as we felt it when I got stuck on Slammer near enough upside down. That was another ride I never got to experience. When I first went to Fort Park, I watched all the POVs before I went, and Rob didn't know it, and I didn't know that Slammer wasn't running. So when we got there, we went to go on it, and obviously it was closed. So yeah, that's my story of Slammer. Anyone else got any stories? I was on this Starship ride at Six Flags Astro World with Roller Coaster Club Great Britain in 1985, and the operator used a tool to undo the overhead restraints. He didn't take out the part, and it fell out mid-ride, nearly hit people. Oh my god! Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, I never got to experience Slammer, so I can't give an opinion on it, unfortunately. I never got to experience Loggers Leap either. Another one, unfortunately. But I wish I could, but I can't. So, anyone got any scary ride experiences they want to share? There's been lots of horror stories, mate. Loggers leads to go now. Yeah, let's have a RMC in its place. I was on this flat ride. It was one of those swing things, and it took 3 minutes to stop. Oh my god. It failed to the electronics of it, and all he said was, "I will restart the ride and hope it falls out again." There was an uproar from Roller Coaster Club Great Britain members. I can imagine. I imagine that would have been a big uproar. Detonator stuck at the top of us for 45 minutes in Fright Nights 2007. Wow, I wouldn't want to be there. Hello, Themeparks Extreme. I was on stealth, and the girl in the front row of me had a massive metal hair clip clamp on, and it flung backwards into my face, almost giving me a black eye. Oh wow, ouch! I can imagine that hurt. And it was raining. Yeah, we got stuck on Colossus when it was raining once. That wasn't fun. And Nemesis Inferno. Uh, we've never been stuck on. I can imagine. Ouch! I wouldn't want to experience it really, but see, that's where you shouldn't be allowed those kind of things in. I've had a rollback on Stealth 2. You're lucky. Me and Rob really want one. We really want a rollback. I am watching your thought part. I like no other video. Let us know what you think, buddy. I think that was the one that hit like 17,000 views in the space of like overnight. I think it was that did really well. And I think it just stuck at 17,000 views. If I get to see the point, I want to roll back on Top Force Dragster. Is it Top Force Dragster the one that happens quite often, or is that Red Force? I can't think. There's one of those intermin launch coasters that happens quite a lot. I was near the back. It was hailstones. We've been on stealth in hailstones. That's painful. Yeah, it is top thrill. Yeah, I did hear that. I heard on someone's vlog that happens quite a lot. It does roll back a lot. That would be amazing. All you need for stealth roll back is a middle to the back car to be full of bigger lads. Yeah, we tried it. We've tried it. With me and Rob sit on the back when we're seeing like a larger type of people that are there. We try to get on the back so we get a rollback, but it don't happen. Has a lot of downtime. Yeah. Okay, Rob. There was. I don't know if you remember. As soon as you said stealth on the stream, you said stealth in the live. That's mad. Yeah. If you remember last year, stealth got shut down a lot. We actually know one of the stealth operators on that, and we found out why. It was basically because they were expecting a massive rollback, and they did. They got 2 rollbacks in a day last year. Well, one actual rollback, and the other one they stopped on the acceleration. So you can imagine that was really packed. Yeah, so they had to wait after that and get a new motor for it. When stealth got stuck at the top recently, yeah. I had a rollback on the Beast at Camelot. Stampede, Frontier, Morecambe, Sense of Thought. So I'd just love a rollback. I've never experienced one. I think they'd be great. Any other really? What about the most painful rides you've experienced in terms of the weather? Mine has to be stealth in the hail. I think stealth and hailstones. That was painful. I want to experience a rollback. Yeah, that's definitely something me and Rob want to do. We've been wanting to. I didn't want one at first. Yeah, I've had that. Colossus is painful regardless of what the weather is. We got stuck on Colossus in the rain. You're more likely to get a rollback on a lift hill because of the anti-rollbacks. Yeah, I know. It's a shame. It is a real big shame because I used to have it a lot. The big one in the rain was quite painful. Eyes closed most of the journey. Yeah, the challenge is trying to keep your eyes open. and another thing, Themepark Extreme is they know when stealth's going to have one because the pressure goes down. And I've witnessed a rollback on Icon. I've witnessed that. Me and Rob both done it. We got stuck on Saw in the rain at the top. Wow, I'd like that. Odyssey with hailstones. We've never been on Odyssey. It's Fantasy Island, isn't it? That's another place that we plan to go to this year. We'd really thought about. There's quite a few parks that we hadn't been to. Icon rollback happens a lot in testing. It does, yeah. We've seen it many a times. You know, yeah. It's because they can't get the pressure up. Especially when they're running 2 trains as well, and both of them are doing. Me and Rob got into the park quite early one day, and we were watching it test for a good hour. We got in there at 9:45, I think it was. They let us in one day, and the Icon. It was my first time at Blackpool, I think it was, and Icon didn't open until 11:30, I think it was. So that's like an hour and 45 minutes of it testing it, just literally not making it over the lift over the first. After the first launch. I was meant to be at Thorpe opening this weekend this year. We were going to go on a Sunday. We were going to go to Alton Towers opening weekend and then Thorpe Park opening weekend. I'm planning to go Chisholm this year. Yeah, that's another place we're planning to go. We've been there many a times. Yeah, that's one of those parks we can miss if it opens. Yeah. I booked the hotel and everything. Oh, wow. Have you got a refund for that? Did they give you a refund? I'm pretty sure I did see something on Thorpe Park social medias the other day saying if you had booked to contact them via their email or something. And Blackpool. Yeah, we went to Blackpool for the opening weekend. Storm Dennis. If you haven't watched that video, check the blog out. Will Alton Towers give refunds or extensions on season pass if they don't reopen until late in this season? I believe that what Blackpool are doing is so basically however long that they're not in operation, they extend it past that. If you know what I mean, to say you don't get a theme park for 7 months, and your pass runs out in say February next year, and then you get until like I think if I remember rightly, I said you getting until like July or something like that. I think if I remember rightly, it was something like that. Yeah, I had to wait a while for it. Yeah, I can imagine, mate, because they're going to be refunding so many people. But it might be worth Cheshire and Lancashire News just messaging them. Do you think parks should have all rides open at the start of the day like Melon Parks, or does it really matter if it is instance at Blackpool? I don't like staggered openings. I really don't. I think staggered openings are a waste of time. I think, in my opinion, staff should be getting there earlier because we're paying our money for a full day. We're paying our money for a full day, and we're not getting a full day of rides. Especially with Blackpool, when half the time they don't open till 11 anyway. And if you've got Icon struggling to get over the top hat, then that's another extra hour you've got to wait for that. So sometimes you don't even get on Icon till gone 12. So in my opinion, staggered openings are wrong. If you've got a ride that needs an hour and a half of testing, get there an hour and a half before. I like the pass openings. Yeah, annual pass holders days are good. What's the longest queue you've seen at Thorpe? We waited 3 hours for Saw once. Icon opened at 1 when I last. That's another thing. And big one, there's no tourists, are not opening until really late as well. That's not on. You're paying for a full day. You should have a full day. That's one of the really big things that annoys me about Blackpool. One of the only things that annoys me about Blackpool, but that was the biggest thing that annoys me. 199 minutes for Colossus. Actually, I think we've seen 180 minutes for Colossus as well. We've seen Colossus all the way out the bridge. That was just madness. But Colossus, okay, back. Kind of got make a coffee. Sad thing about Blackpool Pleasure Beach is that it didn't used to be like that. I know, but that's theme parks change, but I think they've got that. That's a wrong thing to do. You shouldn't be doing staggered openings. People pay for a full day of theme park action. Give them it. I did 6 hours in a queue if they're in Pounds Ghost Train opening day in 2016. Wow. Yeah, I didn't do it until we stayed at Shark Hotel and we got it for free from 12 till 1. Like fast track. Saw opening day, top 2009, top that. I'm helping my cousin with his UI for his college. What's a UI, mate? Hello, Emily. Welcome back. Thank you for dropping in. I can understand if there is a problem, but if the ride is given the all clear to operate, then it should open with the first half hour of the gates open. Yeah, I completely agree. Looks like Merlin Parks will open in June. Yeah, I did see they said about and Blackpool 1st of June. They started to put up on their calendar, haven't they? I completely agree for that. I mean, there's always going to be delays. Colossus is an example of that. It's always delayed, especially if it's been a 12-hour day, like it's a 10 till 10. Colossus really suffers getting open on time. But that's where theme parks should make sure their staff are getting early to make sure it's right. I'm sorry. Well, like the hosts and the ride ops will probably have something different to say about that. But at the end of the day, you're paying for a lot of money. You're paying a lot of money to go to a theme park. You want to experience the whole day, not half the day. I'm sort of a question thing about rides for his dream job. Okay, What's his dream job, buddy? Hopefully, Lightwater Valley need to open sooner. They're going to be in trouble, big trouble. Colossus is known for delays. Yeah, I know. So is Nemesis Inferno, to be fair. Nemesis Inferno is known for delays. That's another one, a big delay. That is. To repair rides at Themeparks. Oh, okay. That's cool. Family of 4 is like 200 quid for the day out. Exactly. You 200 quid. Who can spare 200 quid? Dodgems is their new addition this year after losing 2 rides. That's mad. I work at Cheshunt and staff start at like 9 and the park opens at 10. So there's plenty of time to get things open on time, which they normally manage to do. And see, that's what I mean. That's what it should be. That's how a theme park should be run. It should be the rides open, dot on the time that the park opens. That's just how things should happen. Then fast track as well. Yeah, exactly. Fast tracks cost a lot of money as well. And if you paid extra money for the fast tracks, and like staying in the hotel, that is my biggest bugbear. You stay at the Shark Hotel, you get the first hour fast tracks free, and on a 12-hour day, and the next day, and the rides aren't open. So what? You've only got to 11. If none of the rides are open, what are you supposed to use your fast tracks on? I'm not being funny. Who wants to... We've always said this. If you watched our videos, the old Themeparks videos, you'll know. We've always said, utilise that hour. Utilise it. Go do things like Colossus and Saw first, because they're going to get the biggest queues. So go do those first. Never use your fast tracks on flat rides, because it's pointless. But that's the way it goes. You end up just using it on flat rides. Sometimes they're quite nice and they'll let you use it till 12 if the rides aren't been open. I missed quite a few there because I was rabbling on. I went into a real rant there. I didn't like... that really frustrates me. Lightwater Valley is struggling with Flamingo Land investing every couple of years. Lightwater Valley is a serious problem. No park other than Gulliver's World brand has survived as a family theme park. So I'm his only hope left. Well, if he needs any help asking questions about rides and things, we're always here. Am I the only one who buys Themeparks tickets with Tesco vouchers? When we first went, Emily, we used the Cadbury's, like the Cadbury's chocolate 2-for-1 things. That's how we got in the first time. And then we got our annual passes. So you're not the only one that does stuff like that. But yeah, I've never heard of Tesco vouchers. Maybe Lightwater Valley will sell the park. Busch Gardens opens all the rides are no waiting around for certain milestones. No, it shouldn't. Rush first hour fast track. No, but you shouldn't. I don't think you should use flat rides in any way for your first hour fast track. My mate's family spent $700 for a day out of Thorpe last year on Friday night. That's mad. £150 Thorpe Friday nights fast track last year. Oh, that's crazy. I've never seen Nemesis under 5 minutes. I have. I don't think I've waited anything longer than 5 minutes for Nemesis at Alton Towers. Lightwater Valley should just have continued developing after the Ultimate was developed. The grill food is nice, yes. Oh, the food at the grill is the best place to eat at Themeparks. Everyone, if you go to Themeparks, go to the grill. Oh, those rib burgers are just simply sensational. Keep the conversations going. I'm liking this conversation we've got going on at the moment. What's up? Hello, Sean. What's everyone else's? I went to Fright Night on the Thursday. Each week it was dead. Oh, okay, Sean. Have you got Planet Coaster? No, we will have when it gets released on PlayStation. Rob has purchased it, but we don't have a computer to run it on. Could really do with some theme park donuts right now. They hit different. Yeah, they are a different class. They are a different level. They are like god tier food. I've always seen Oblivion on 45 minutes. I waited an hour for Oblivion, but other than that, I've never waited more than 5 minutes for it. I install Hatches. You told me you're a kebab delivery driver last night. It's really good to play. Yeah, it works on my new laptop, but it takes ages to load. Yeah, well, soon as the summer arrives and they release it onto the PlayStation, me and Rob are both buying it. We're both buying it, and we will literally be streaming that all day, every day. But now you may really want donuts. And no, Rob isn't my dad. He's my best mate. That caramel sauce, oh, that's elite. That is elite. Shame that costs like an extra £1 on top. It's all right. We get asked that a lot, to be fair. We've been asked many of things. No, it's just my best mate. Teresa, that's probably the first time you've heard that, isn't it? We get asked that a lot. When I saw your thought video, I was so happy to see Nemi testing. Yeah, we was. I think that's actually the first real testing that we ever saw. Rob, do you remember when you got told you looked 50 when we were at Thorpe Park? Yeah, that was like really the first time we've ever seen testing when we've done Monk's Walk. So, best food at Thorpe Park is the rib burger you can get by the kids' ride. Remember their name, the grill. Yeah, that's what I always have, without a shadow of a doubt. No matter what we may have. Say we're a 12-hour day. We might have yeah, 50 trees. We may have Burger King, whatever, but we will always go to the grill. That's God tier as well. That is God tier. Those rib burgers. Oh my God! I actually asked Liam in the grill, because we know him quite well. Where I asked him what the actual rib burgers are, so I know that. If I'm 50, makes you 54 degrees. When Chesnton had McDonald's, I never experienced that, but I had heard about that. But now the Vampire Kitchen is just awful. Do you have any memorabilia? If you do, which bit of memorabilia is it? I don't actually. I've got like jumpers and things, but I don't have any actual memorabilia as such. Unfortunately, I only popped in for a bit as I have work again tomorrow, so going to head off now. But keep up the good lives. Thank you, Emily. We'll be live again tomorrow, 9 o'clock. So make sure you jump in. Really appreciate it. So, and have a good day at work tomorrow. Do you think you easily make your money back with Merlin passes Thorpe Park? Yes, 100%. I think me and Rob, we got our money back from Merlin passes after about 2 weeks, something like that. Because I think when we got our money on your passes, we went and done the Dungeons Shrek adventure, and then the week after we went Thorpe Park twice. And then a week after that, we went Alton Towers and so we so made our money back, literally. I refuse to pay Burger King prices. I think that should be illegal. £5 kids meal is criminal. That is criminal. But theme park prices, they have to pay a lot of money to have a pitch there. I remember Patrick putting salt in his milkshake. Yeah, I remember that. I started work on my Happy Valley Beijing coverage in 2013. I can't wait to see it, mate. I'm presuming that will be premiered. Does anyone know if Pizza Hut is still open? I have no idea, mate. I don't like Pizza Hut. I always get Domino's. The most I did Thorpe in 1 year was 78 times. Wow. I think we must have come close to that, Rob. In 2017, we were going every single weekend. Any day off Rob had in the week. We were there all the time. That's why we made so many friends there. We know so many. Okay, well, I'll definitely watch that. Just drop us a message on Twitter, and I'll be there to watch it. We done a lot. Domino's go to Asda to buy their cheap pizza and charge you a fortune. Yeah, I've seen that. God, your mum's home early. Right, guys, as my mum's home, and she's going to want to have the front room, I'm going to call an end to this live stream, but thank you ever so much for everyone coming in. I'll quickly answer these. I did 10 visits to Alton Towers in 2012 with season pass. That's a lot for Alton Towers. When I went on Good Friday, 3-hour queues everywhere. We went on a bank holiday 1 year and it was ridiculously busy. Now I'm done with school. When the park's open, I'm going to be going every day. Yeah, I can't. I'm really serious. I often joke, but I want to be horrible. I don't. But I want to be horrible to you. On a serious note, I want to do Tidal Wave Chat. Yeah, we're really looking forward to doing that. Probably won't do it this year, but next year, definite. Which raid is your favourite? Why? Icon. Too long to explain why I love it, but I do love it. Thank you. Great video. Thank you. Yeah, so everyone, yeah, definitely Sean will be there. So thank you everyone coming to watch this live. We'll be on tomorrow at 9 o'clock. Sorry this one was only 106 minutes, where last night was over 2 hours. But yeah, thank you for watching. Really appreciate it. We're here, we're at home, we are Theme Park Days, and we are out. See you tomorrow, everyone.